you cashed a check that does not belong to you.
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
What seemed like a routine post office transaction quickly became a federal fraud investigation. A woman was suspected of using fake ID to cash a stolen Treasury check. Within minutes, deputies linked her to a group hitting multiple post office locations. Here is what the body cam footage captured.
Hey, ma'am, Deputy Shays, do you have your ID on you?
Huh?
Do you have your ID on you?
No.
Okay. So you don't have no identification on you at all right now? Okay. Well, let's step over here. Let's talk. That's your car? The white car?
Huh?
The white car inside is yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So as of now, you are being detained for ongoing investigation, okay? I don't need you to contact anybody because I don't need nobody to pull off or nothing like that. So let's not do that. Okay. So lock your phone and you'll have no identification on you. Okay. Again, so I just asked you not to contact anybody. So I'm trying to be nice.
What's going on?
You're being detained at this time.
Why?
We have an investigation to investigate. Apparently, you cashed a check that does not belong to you.
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
Okay, well, that's what they're alleging. So until we can further investigate, you're being detained.
Okay.
Okay, and you have no identification on you at all. So you didn't give them any identification? No license, no nothing?
Yeah, I did, ma'am.
Okay, so where is it?
In my purse.
Okay, hand it here.
I don't have it. I don't think she gave it out. I can get it out my car, though.
No, we can walk this way. Do you still have the identification that she gave you?
I can give it.
No, you didn't give it back.
Check an ID, I just gave it.
Okay, is this your ID? Your legal ID?
No.
I need that check. He's got it.
Okay, the check. Where's the check at?
Which one?
The check he was trying to cash, give it to the officer.
Okay, so again, is this your legal ID?
No.
Okay. Is this your real name ID? This has to be honest at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, when's your date of birth?
What's his name?
What's your date of birth? I need you to get out the phone because this is a serious matter at this point.
1998.
So what's your name?
Abigail.
Continue.
What?
Continue with your name.
I'm just confused. Like, why is this going on? Like,
I just explained why when we were standing right there.
cash my check.
Okay, so if you want to know what's going on, I didn't explain it, but you keep being on the phone. So that's probably why you don't understand what's going on, because you keep being on the phone. And I don't know if you think this is a game or like a joking matter. This is something serious, which is why I'm here. Because obviously, if it wasn't serious, I wouldn't be here. So do you need me to reiterate why I'm here?
No.
Okay, so what's your real name?
Marquia Farrell.
Do you know your driver's license number? Fake ID, not her check, real name, real date of birth. And she has other people in the vehicle. I'm assuming that's what she keeps communicating with.
Where'd you get this made?
You said what?
Where'd you get this made? You don't know?
They already cashed it, so they already lost money.
Oh, they already cashed it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get no money, so I didn't cash it. You didn't cash no check from me. What check did you cash me? You didn't cash a check from me.
No, we had another fraudulent check just before you got here.
This has to do with me, though.
No, that wasn't regarding you. It was the same instance with the same ID, same everything. The same fake ID like yours.
You had the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Had the right to consult with an attorney prior to questioning. You have an attorney present which way you're being questioned. You cannot afford an attorney. One will be appointed to you to represent you before any questioning. Decide at any time exercise his rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand these rights? Those rights of mine, are you willing to speak with us? No? Okay. Got anything in your purse?
Yes.
You take your purse off? Turn around.
This was not a random act. It was a coordinated fraud ring targeting post offices across multiple locations. The scheme was simple but effective. Stolen Treasury checks, fake IDs made to match, and a trick to bypass the cash drawer limit. Suspects bought money orders first, loading cash into the clerk's drawer. then immediately requested to cash the stolen check.
Okay, I'm gonna call you right. I'm gonna call you right back though. I'm still in the situation.
Alright, so I don't know what's going on.
It's a group. I don't know if it's a group, but they've been hitting all of our post offices. So we've been sharing it in our group text. The group that was just here. No, we can't cash a Treasury check without cash. So Chino fell for it. He said, here, I got 3,000, I want to buy 3 money orders. And then he says, oh, here, cash this check. And the check, that check was good. They're stolen from somewhere, but the ID is linked to a man somewhere. So then we had another group just go to Quincy and try to, they just came from Quincy and told us, and I got the email. And then we know now, so they came and got me, because this stuff comes out of their check. So they said it's a tall, slender, black male with 120.87 Treasury check. So I think this one is for 15 something. It's not their ID. If you run the ID, the one that we ran earlier was to a man. So they're fake IDs. But
So
they're stolen checks.
So to cash this Treasury check, y'all cash it and give them cash? Okay.
Only the post office does that. Any federal check can be cashed at the post office, which is why they're coming here.
Okay.
But they know we gotta have the money in the drawer. So now the people have decided, I don't want to call them thieves, that if they buy a money order, they'll put that money in my drawer, and now you can get the money back. You can cash the check. And we finally found it out. The post inspectors have been on it. Like Ryan right now is with that other group. I don't know if they found him, but whoever she rode in here with took off. That was that
Yeah, I didn't see a
silver
car.
car. Yeah, he took off as soon as y'all pulled up.
Okay. So
It's a good job if it was legal, but it's not their check. They actually made an ID for that name on that check and the address.
so the check is good. However,
They're not good. That's
Right.
not. She's not the person who this check.
the name on the check is a male. So the check is good. It returns to a male. However, obviously she's a female, so the name on that and the information on her ID is fake.
Her ID goes to a mail too.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
ain't ran it yet. Oh, see that Spectre's
Her.
ran it.
her name is totally different from
Oh.
the name she provided us. It's totally different.
I
from
heard
the
her
one
say
that's
that
on
it wasn't her. I did hear her say that.
Right. So obviously she got an ID to match the name on the check in the attempt to cash the check.
Which is what the other person did.
Right. How did y'all just ran it and was like, this is a male?
Well, Ryan, the inspector, he'll be here in a minute. He alerted us that someone was trying to cash this check for $23.40
At a different location.
and they called. The postmaster was sitting in my seat. I'm the station manager. She has all 5 towers. And I stepped out to the window and I said, "Hey, don't cash the Treasury check." She said, "We just did." Chin got caught into it. He said, here's 3,000. Let me buy some money orders. She put the 3,000 in her drawer, and then he said, "Oh yeah, cash this check." She gave him that money right back because she didn't have enough to cash it because everybody uses debit and credit. Ryan, when he got here, he ran the ID that she provided, and it came back as a male. And of course, that was a female that cashed the check.
Right. So
They're making an ID to go with that check.
right. The money from this check, did y'all provide it to her or y'all
Oh no, we
Okay.
didn't give her. She
But
still got the check.
the cash from the previous one, that was the one y'all were cashed?
We cashed it.
Okay. And that was a different incident.
It was like 30 minutes ago. So they don't even give us a chance to to recoup because
Right.
it's going to come out of Chin's check. I'm going to try to fight it. I'm going to try to use all this data to say, hey, we were swarmed by thieves. I'm going to try to find
Right.
some way where she doesn't
Right.
have to be responsible for
You
it.
don't know these days, you know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, I'm going to fight it because we ain't got that kind of money around here. We just honest working people. Wait, hoping the Doge don't come in here and shut us down.
yeah.
I don't want to be out there delivering no, what he said I got to deliver? What's some things you go once a year? What they call? Oh, once every 10 years. I can't think of the name of it.
I don't know. but I know he's
Census. I'm gonna be census.
Oh, the
worker.
census.
Yeah, that what he said.
Gotcha. All right, so she attempted to get this check cash, however y'all called it, so y'all didn't provide her with any cash. However,
I
she
needed
does.
you to hold her because the inspectors are at a different location from the earlier. Their office is not too far. It's the next exit up. And you're aware who they are.
The inspectors.
They're the federal agents for the post. Well,
Yeah.
they work for actually. They are the federal police force for. They carry a badge and everything.
I've never talked to one in person. I've heard like
Oh,
we
they
get
real cool.
theft of mail and stuff, and then
Man, you don't want to. When they show up, the file is this thick, and I get them for stealing my mail, stealing my gas cards. You know, it happens.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call my supervisor just to make sure what I got.
No, the other deputy talked to him, so I know she was asking him how long it would be before someone gets here. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
So you're trying to find out if we need to apprehend her or not.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we got enough to detain her because, I mean, just based off this, she got a false ID and attempting to utter this check. So
We got all the way up until then we cash it.
Yeah,
We cash any federal checks.
Right, and then the money order, they could get a money order here.
Yes. Yeah, we sell money orders for a fee, and they actually never expire. People have went to the Goodwill and bought a dresser, and it was a money order in there from 19 whatever, and they still could cash it.
Okay.
But we can't cash your check if we haven't sold anything to generate that revenue. We got to sell some stamps or postage. So to generate revenue, and we're not a high volume office like the main, it's hard to get $3,000. So we can't cash it because we don't have it in our drawer.
Right.
So what they said is, oh, here's $3,000 to buy a money order. Now I got $3,000 in my drawer. Oh, can you cash this check for $3,000? And I give you the $3,000 back.
Okay.
It's kind of like that thing, like give me change for $1.
Yeah.
Okay, well give me two
Now
quarters
let me-
and 5 dimes, and then before you know it, you didn't give me $50. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
Okay.
it's never happened since.
And these two things would be the biggest things to seize for in furtherance of it, because I could work with your detective unit and see if we can get a search warrant for the phone.
Okay.
But this is consistent with what she was doing, so that we can hopefully it's.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Is mine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Grab that phone. You said you called somebody else. It's the employee's calling you. It should last for a while. I mean, it's on 63%. So.
Already, man. That's fine.
The woman was detained on suspicion of using false identification to cash a Treasury check that did not belong to her. What started as one transaction grew into a broader investigation tied to several similar incidents in the area. Under 18. U.S.C. Section 510. Knowingly cashing a forged federal check carries up to 10 years in federal prison. Using a fraudulent ID in connection with a federal crime adds another 15 years under 18 U.S.C. Section 1028. These charges run consecutively, not concurrently. State charges can stack on top: uttering a forged instrument, criminal impersonation, and conspiracy. 1 count per location attempted. Deputies had legal authority to detain her. Under Terry v. Ohio, reasonable suspicion is enough, and here the fake ID and a matching incident 30 minutes prior more than qualified. Miranda rights were properly delivered. The suspect invoked her right to silence. Deputies acknowledged it and stopped questioning, exactly as the law requires. Lesson 1 for postal staff. Check the gender on the ID against the person in front of you. This check was issued to a male. The person presenting it was female. Lesson 2. A large cash purchase right before a check cashing request is a major red flag. Legitimate customers do not preload a drawer before asking for a payout. Lesson 3. Communicate between branches. An alert from a nearby location 30 minutes earlier reached this station just in time to prevent a second successful payout. Lesson 4. Do not release cash until identity is fully confirmed. Once money leaves the drawer, recovery is nearly impossible, and the processing clerk may bear personal financial liability. Lesson 5. You do not need to confront the suspect. Stall the transaction, stay calm, and quietly contact law enforcement or postal inspectors. That is exactly what stopped this ring. For citizens, acting as a courier for a fraud scheme carries the same federal liability as the organizer. You do not need to have forged anything to be convicted under federal law. If detained, invoke your Fifth Amendment right to silence and request an attorney before answering any questions. Statements made during detention can be used to prove intent and knowledge. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is one of America's oldest federal law enforcement agencies. They carry badges, execute warrants, and make arrests, and Treasury check fraud falls squarely in their jurisdiction. Fast communication, staff awareness, and proper verification stopped this operation before major losses occurred. Federal law provides strong tools to prosecute these crimes, but prevention starts at the counter. Let us know if there is a legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching,